Hi!
We're here!
We are here. We are back once again. So soon, at least for us it is.
For us it is.
Because we just did Mania and the Greatest Rumble, and now we're back for Backlash.
We're Backlash.
Yeah. The amazing...
We're back. A dinosaur story.
A co-branded pay-per-view.
I know, right? Holy moly.
Make a really, really big deal out of it being a co-branded pay-per-view, which is weird because we just had WrestleMania and the Greatest Rumble, which were both co-branded, but they didn't make such a deal about it.
No.
Now we're on to Backlash, which is a co-branded pay-per-view.
Because this is like the first of the regular pay-per-view.
This is how it starts,
Yeah.
by the way, the end of the brand split.
Oh, you think so?
This is what happened last time.
Oh.
They had split pay-per-views,
Yeah.
except for the big four, and then they started combining the pay-per-views.
Yeah.
And then eventually you'll have people appearing on Raw or SmackDown regardless of what roster they're on.
So we can go back to ignoring SmackDown?
It'll take a while. But like this is exactly how it started the first time they did the brand split. Was they were like, "Oh, these pay-per-views it's the two of them now."
I actually don't mind it the way it is right now.
I don't mind it either, but they made such a big deal about how this was co-branded.
Yeah.
Anyway, I had people, I said this to Adam, I had people talking to me about Backlash before I'd seen it, as if they were talking about a friend who had died. Just being like, have you seen Backlash?
I liked it.
I thought it was all right.
Yeah, I thought it was fine.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a blockbuster pay-per-view. The main event was questionable.
Yeah.
But I thought it was fine.
Mm-hmm. So let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Live from the Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey, and brought to you by Hulu and Mattel, it is Backlash.
I have a question.
With a red L.
And I hope I don't offend anyone.
The raw one, yeah.
Does America hate New Jersey?
I don't know if they hate New Jersey, but they certainly make fun of it a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was just wondering. Because it's like, they're not like, it's not like a meme like Florida, where they're just like, oh yeah, Florida man, and everything else, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's like, people just like actively dislike New Jersey. And I was wondering if that's just like a universal thing. Do people from New Jersey hate New Jersey?
Oh, probably.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I need to know. So if you can explain it to me, I need to know. Anyway.
Good crowd, though.
Yeah, the crowd was great.
At least at the beginning.
Yeah.
Like, the first, well, there was a kickoff match in which Ruby Riott defeated Bayley.
I didn't watch it.
No,
I don't know, I haven't noticed much of the storyline between Sasha and Bayley. They're just kind of like, it's fallen back again.
Well, Ruby Riott also just defeated Bayley on Monday Night Raw.
Yeah.
This past week.
Yeah.
As well. So they're doing,
Sasha
something with Sasha and Bayley and Riott.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Sasha came out to like help her from like the Riott Squad and stuff.
Because remember, Riott Squad is now on Raw.
Yes.
And Absolution's over on SmackDown with Paige.
Well, Absolution isn't really with Paige anymore.
Well, because they're on
that storyline with Absolution and Paige. I really like because Paige is like, yeah, well, things change.
Yeah.
And like, I'm not helping you guys out anymore. And they're like, what? They're all butthurt. It's pretty good.
You brought us up here, and she's like,
yeah. That's where the favors end.
Yep. So the first match is a Intercontinental Championship title match.
Yep.
Seth Rollins versus The Miz. And what I mean about good crowd is The Miz's the preamble to his theme song. They're like, "May we please have quiet on the set," and all the camera flashes, and then the awesome, and the crowd was there for awesome. They were just, everyone was yelling, awesome. And similarly during Seth's entrance, the burn it down, everyone was yelling that too. Like the crowd was hot.
Was that you
for
who
this
told
match?
me, did they put that thing in Seth's thing because Vince hated the silence?
I believe that was what I read, yeah.
I don't know what that was like. Man, I like the silence, but I mean the burn it down's fine too, I guess.
Burn it down gives people something to
do,
chant along with, So yeah, so
is Seth Rollins the best wrestler on the roster right now?
He's certainly the most over.
Mm-hmm. He's definitely the most over.
Yeah.
He's over, brother.
He's putting in work.
Brother.
So yeah, co-branded pay-per-view. The Miz is now back on SmackDown.
Yeah.
So if Rollins retains the Intercontinental title, it stays on Raw, and if The Miz wins, it goes to SmackDown.
Which, if it did, this is why I hate pay-per-views like this, because you know that Rollins Well, wasn't it if they won? Didn't they state specifically like if Miz won, he would stay on Raw? I think that's the way they stated it.
Oh, right.
That's the way. Never mind. No, they stated specifically like if Miz wins, he stays on Raw, which I think Miz wanted. It's a great character motivation for the Miz because he doesn't want to go to SmackDown to fight Daniel Bryan.
Right.
So he would want to win and stay on Raw.
Yeah.
Yeah. Match of the night.
Yeah.
Hands down.
Yeah.
This was a very good wrestling match.
Really good.
Yeah.
Holy.
How good is the Miz? Can we talk about how good the Miz is?
He's great. He's really, really good.
Yeah. Miz world title run went.
Yeah. Come on.
Come on, WWE. You won't
He's
do
on.
it, you cowards.
He's on SmackDown, so there's a better shot.
That's true, actually.
You know, because they have a world title on SmackDown. Unlike
That's
on
true.
Raw, where it goes away for a while.
Yeah. Hopefully that changes soon.
Hopefully,
I don't know
but when's Brock even wrestling next?
Probably not till
SummerSlam. Oh,
Do you think he's going to fight Roman again?
probably.
Man, I hope so.
I don't even care about that storyline anymore,
No, neither do I.
and it's fine.
And it was funny. It was funny because I carried initially.
Yeah.
I was like, man, this could be good.
No,
Just
I don't
coronate
care.
Roman, please.
Yeah.
And then they didn't. They tried to swerve us.
Yeah.
Bro.
But this one was really good.
Yeah.
Though, I was a little annoyed.
Yeah.
Only a little. This is certainly not on kick out of 5F5's level of irritating.
Oh, yeah.
But that the Miz's skull crushing finale, which we've previously talked about being a very protected finisher, in that it is almost always effective if it gets hit.
Yeah.
He hits the skull crushing finale on Rollins, tweaking Rollins' knee,
Yeah.
and he kicks, and Rollins manages to kick out of that, which was surprising. But I was like, okay. But then he does it again. He kicks out of a second skull crushing finale again with the knee messing up, and I was like, I don't like that as much. That feels just only because they've previously established the skull crushing finale to be one of those ones that, like, if it connects, it wins the match.
Yeah.
But it's about whether or not he connects with it, and so to connect with it twice, both times also with Rollins' knee being messed up, was sort of like, oh, well, I'm bummed about that.
And like
But-
every...
Not to the extent that it ruined
Did
the
ruin
match.
the match,
for me.
yeah.
No.
Because like every finisher after the first does 100% more damage. That's the way it works. Like in the match, in the timeline of the match, there's not like a stacking buff that happens throughout the timeline of the history of the move.
Right.
It's every time in a match, every time a finisher is hit, the damage is increased by 100%. So that's how you gauge how ridiculous a match is.
Yeah.
Because like Roman kicking out of 5F5s, like that's ludicrous.
Yeah,
He
that's
should have blown up
bonkers.
after the fourth one.
Yeah.
Just
detonated.
Exploded like, you know in Mortal Kombat when they blow up into body parts?
Yeah.
Into bone. You see a bone, like just a femur like flies off. That's what should have happened.
Two quick notes about this match. I only have sort of like extraneous notes about this one, but a bunch of people sent me pictures of the guy in the crowd with the sign that said Comic Sans.
Oh, really?
There's just a guy in the crowd, like right behind the hard camera, like the second row, with just a big white sign that said Comic Sans.
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah. So thanks for that. And Coach, who I really hope they take away from commentary for real this time soon, said during this match.
Yeah.
And I was watching.
You wrote it in your phone.
Yeah,
That's how upset you were.
I was watching this with Kathleen, and I was like, I need to write this down to make sure I get it right. He said, these competitors are in peak physical condition,
Okay.
both in their physical bodies, and upstairs. What you mean is they're in peak physical and mental condition, Coach. Not they're in peak physical condition, both in their physical bodies and in the shadow realm. Like
In the upside down.
Yeah.
That totally fucking went right over my head. I didn't even hear it.
Peak physical condition, physically and you know, spiritually. Yeah.
Spiritually upstairs. The big guy upstairs.
Both in their physical bodies and their metaphysical selves.
Morpheus is fighting Neo.
It's just one of the most inane things I've heard Coach say, and I was like, oh my God.
Man, he either says nothing or he says something like that. Hey?
Yeah, wow. Yeah. So anyway.
There's no in between for Jonathan Coachman.
The bit with Miz getting Rollins in the figure four was really, really good. I want to highlight this to contrast it with something that happens later in the pay-per-view, but just the intensity on Rollins' face as he's like trying to get to the ropes and trying to find his way out of it, and then eventually manages to roll Miz over, which somehow reverses the leverage.
That is...
You just need to sort of go with this
My
one.
favorite thing in wrestling is flipping the figure 4 onto someone else.
Yeah.
Which makes no fucking... If you don't know what we're talking about, so the figure 4 leg lock, which I'm sure Ben will put somebody... Just throw a picture of it.
Yeah. Well, there's footage of them doing from this. Yeah.
So the idea, the concept, the highbrow concept is that when you're in a figure 4, if you manage to turn it... Like, Graham has me in the figure 4.
Yeah.
And I managed to flip us both on our bellies, all of a sudden, all of the pressure translates onto Graham.
It reverses the polarity somehow. The leverage swaps. Maybe maybe this is true. I don't know. I've never been in a figure 4 nor applied it.
Yeah.
It seems like bullshit.
Yeah, it's definitely bullshit.
I'm prepared to be proven wrong.
Yeah.
But I don't think I will be, because it seems like bullshit. But in wrestling logic, if you roll the submission move onto the other side, it somehow rebounds back against the other person.
Yeah.
And then Miz starts screaming, and
it's so good. It's like I fucking love wrestling so much.
Yeah.
Oh man, wrestling.
Rollins misses a second rope curb stomp. Can you imagine?
A super curb stomp?
I don't think he's ever hit that.
Nope.
No.
I don't think he's even ever
No, but he attempted it here. Yeah.
It was great.
Didn't hit it though, so we'll see what happens whenever that happens for real. But he does indeed connect.
Are you going to be real mad when somebody kicks out of a second rope curb stomp?
No. If they kick out of a second one in the same match, maybe. The curb stomp is a pretty well protected finisher too.
Yeah.
It's no dirty deeds.
No.
But still. Yeah.
Where's Dean Ambrose, by the way?
Still injured, I guess.
Fuck me. He's been gone forever.
Yeah. Come back, Dean. We miss you.
Yeah, I miss him a lot.
So yeah. Hell of a match. Wow. Really good match. Seth does indeed win with the curb stomp. Not the second rope. Normal curb stomp.
Yeah. Don't they call it the blackout now?
Nope. They call it the curb stomp again.
Oh.
Yeah. Seth selling his previously injured knee thing, I didn't feel was overdone in this match.
Yeah. They keep going
because he can overdo it.
Yeah.
When it's like, does ridiculous thing that would hurt the knee, grabs knee, then continues doing crazy stuff.
He's just like, does Phoenix Splash, holds knee. It's just like, italics, holds knee with theatrics.
Next, the Raw Women's Championship. Nia Jax defending against Alexa Bliss. I gotta say, Alexa is amazing at taking whatever garbage the writers give her, and even if she can't make it work, she commits.
Yeah.
Like the Bailey "This Is Your Life" segment did not fail because of Alexa.
Yeah.
She tried. And these moments of bliss, or whatever they called them, where she was like recalling times where Nia was a jerk to her, supposedly, are not great. But did she commit.
The worst part was like, we went to Disneyland together, and every ride we went to, Nia Jax brought up how I wasn't big enough to ride on any of the rides. What a bully.
In the context, when you went to Disneyland, you were best friends.
Yeah. So it was gentle teasing.
Best friends F around with each other like
I guess that's her point as a heel, right?
Yeah.
But that's not even really that bad of bullying. Like,
no.
It's like...
But I mean, that's the whole thing.
Yeah, I guess that's the whole thing.
Alexa's trying to be like, but I'm really the victim. And everyone's like, that's a bad complaint.
Yeah.
So anyway...
but I guess that's why we're supposed to. We're just deconstructing our own problems with the.
Was Mickie James supposed to be involved in this? Because she was on the match graphic. She was on the card graphic.
Yeah. Sort
of like on Team Bliss, basically, but she wasn't actually here.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe she was supposed to be there and something happened. I'm not sure. She wasn't there though. The match, however, wasn't that great.
No, I really quite liked the WrestleMania match, and this wasn't amazing.
No.
I'm gonna reference the storyline for this match, in reference to something later as well. But yeah, it's that sort of it's the same sort of just like follow on from WrestleMania. The like they thought they were friends, and then Alexa started making fun of Nia.
Yeah.
And Nia cuts a big promo in the ring after this match, which felt like it should have been after the WrestleMania win, when she won the title.
Yeah.
Which she did. So this felt sort of redundant. It was like...
It feels like this story, like the story of Nia Jax being like okay with her. Like it was cool. I liked it on the lead up to WrestleMania, but I don't feel like this angle has like the angle on this the character of Nia Jax, like this angle on her character doesn't have a lot of legs.
No, I think that
it's like it's gone a month too
long. I
long.
thought Mania was the blow off for that, basically. Like you can have an Alexa, you can have a rematch with Alexa.
Yeah.
But like the body shaming
/ bullying
sort of storyline, like that was paid off as far as I was concerned.
Yeah.
This felt like just sort of a weird like. There's more of a.
It feels weird. It's always been weird to me in wrestling. I know that they're just going to keep doing it, but like this is an example of like Alexa kind of like making fun of Nia for being like a bigger girl and stuff like that, and then have the blow off where have the match at WrestleMania where Nia overcomes the odds.
Yeah.
And then just like come right back the next month and just have to have another match with Alexa, but just still making fun of the same things. It's just like, I don't know, it feels lazy.
Yeah.
Basically.
It does.
It's just like, all right, we've seen this story. It was good the first time around. It's not going to be much better the second time around.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know what they're going to do with Nia going forward, but I hope they do something.
There's a bunch of other women on Raw.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I mean, Alexa's great, but that feud is done. It should have ended at Mania, frankly.
I would love to see this year. We need to see a payoff to like the Bayley Sasha thing.
Yes, please.
Please, can we
save Bayley's main roster?
Can we save both their main roster storyline? They've both been kind of ghosts the whole year.
Yeah,
even
but
like the tail end of last year, the last 6 months.
At least Sasha had the just barnstormer of a feud with Charlotte back and forth last year at like.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Sasha wins on Raw, loses. Charlotte wins on the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
That was awesome, but Bayley like hasn't done really anything of note since coming to Raw.
Yeah.
And people are sort of, the hype is waning, which is a shame.
Some people would say the hype is just gone.
Yeah.
I mean, like when she was coming to the main roster,
people were fucking over the moon.
She's the female John Cena.
She could have been.
She could have been,
but they didn't do anything.
Well, it was just like they did weird things. Like they brought her up. Remember they brought her up for that tag match with Sasha last year?
Yeah.
Was it last year? That Battleground?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they're just like, no, it's just a one-time thing, and it's like, okay, why? And then she was gone for like a while, and then she finally came up to the main roster after she came to fight Charlotte. Yeah. I don't know, dude.
I don't get it. The next match.
Nia wins, by the way.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Nia retains.
Nia retains.
Yeah, it's okay.
Nia retains. The stories
for the last few weeks with Nia, it's just been like Nia. Oh, Nia's fighting Ronda Rousey at Money in the Bank.
Yeah, that's a surprise.
Yeah. So is it like, are they both baby faces?
Yes.
Because Ronda Rousey's been like hanging out with. Okay, so all of a sudden Natalya is a babyface. Because her and Ronda Rousey have been hanging out together.
I missed that.
Yeah, because Natalya and Ronda Rousey are like, we're best friends.
Okay.
And Natalya's been tagging with Ember Moon and Nia Jax.
Okay.
They're doing like 6 women tags.
So yeah, I guess Natalya's a face now.
Yeah.
Sure.
So Ronda Rousey is definitely a face. Nia Jax is definitely a face.
Yeah.
And they were just like announced like maybe like this week. I think it was just a couple days ago or yesterday. They're like, yep, they're having a match at Money in the Bank. I haven't seen Ronda on Raw for a while. She was there like a couple weeks ago, but other than that, she's been nowhere to be seen.
I only saw her on the Raw after Mania.
Yeah.
Re-breaking Steph's arm.
Yeah. But other than that.
Okay.
That's where we're going.
The next match tonight
is
the United States Championship match. Jeff Hardy defending against Randy Orton.
I actually totally forgot. I completely missed this match and part of the next segment because I was getting off the ferry.
Ah.
While the show was going on.
You're watching live?
I was watching on my phone, but
right.
I couldn't watch the whole time.
He didn't complete.
So I apologize. And I forgot to go back and watch it.
It's fine.
So.
They didn't completely whiff Whisper in the Wind.
Oh, they didn't? Okay.
No, there was no hilarious botch like there was at the Greatest Rumble.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just watching the edit today.
Yeah.
And I'd forgotten how bad it looked.
It looks pretty bad.
It was pretty bad. So yeah, this is Randy's still on SmackDown, right?
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, this is just a SmackDown match.
Yeah. How was the match? Was it okay?
It was good. It was brief, honestly. I'm impressed with Jeff that he's still
Jeff Harvey?
Jeff, yeah.
Jeff Harvey.
Like he's still going.
He still looks like the same Jeff that when he wrestled back then.
He really does. Kathleen, again, we were watching this together, and she was like, "Why is he dressed like a cool guy from the '90s?" And I was like,
shtick.
well, because he was a cool guy in the '90s.
He was wearing like cargo pants still.
Yep.
With like a Argyle belt.
It's the cargo pants, the belt, and then like the white. Are they called spats? Like the white shoe tops?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and just.
What's the name of those cargo pants? There's a name for them. The kind of pants that he wears.
I have no idea.
There is a name, not just cargo.
I believe you.
Yeah. And they were all the rage in like the late '90s and early 2000s. Mm-hmm. And he still wears like the same like super tight kind of like. Remember they used to wear like velvet shirts. Like they were like is that the word I'm looking for?
Yeah.
Not the color, but just like that material.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sort of like a micro suede kind of.
Yeah, micro suede. Yeah, it's like suede. They used to wear like suede t-shirts, like super tight suede t-shirts.
Oh.
When they were managed by Doc Hendricks.
Yikes.
Michael P.S. Hayes, Doc Hendricks. Why did I go for Doc Hendricks? That was my first like, because that's what Doc Hendricks was the name he used when he was he used to do like the backstage stuff in WWE and like the in between.
Really?
Yeah, like when they announced house shows, like we're coming at you, Poughkeepsie, New York. Fuck yeah.
Wow.
We didn't say fuck yeah, but Doc Hendricks was his name. Huh. And Vince made him cut his hair because he hated long hair.
To be fair, Michael P.S. Hayes always looks like he just woke up.
Yeah.
Like,
woke up in the 70s. Just, like he came out of a cryogenic tube.
Yeah.
A hyperbolic chamber.
Mm-hmm. The match was fairly quick. There was a couple good moments. There was a part where Hardy manages to avoid an RKO. Like he's trying to do a jumping maneuver, avoids an RKO, but then immediately gets caught by the scoop slam.
Oh, yeah.
Randy's amazing scoop slam. Him and, what did we say
Goldust.
last time? Him and Goldust? Yeah.
Two of the best.
But even a very good scoop slam is no match for Twist of Fate into Swanton Bomb.
Oh, you just want like straight clean? Like,
oh, yeah. Yeah. Do you know that there is a name, apparently, for the move where he knocks a wrestler down in the corner. So they're sitting in the corner, leaning against the turnbuckle. Yeah. And then he runs up, grabs the ropes, and jumps and swings down
to drop kick
to run his feet into the wrestler's chest.
And
it is called the Hardiac Arrest. This is the only time I have ever heard them call this move. And they were like, "Oh, because he didn't connect." It was like, "Oh, man, didn't connect there with the Hardiac Arrest." And Kathleen and I are like, "Hold on, rewind. What did you just call that?"
The Hardiac Arrest?
The Hardiac Arrest.
Oh my God, wrestling, never change, please.
So
I'm begging you.
Yeah. Oh, you missed the following segment too, you said?
I missed like half of it. I came in, when I got home, everyone was already out.
Okay. So winner and still champion, Jeff Hardy, and then an episode of SmackDown breaks out.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
All I know is I saw, when I came in, it was Elias was out, and No Way Jose was out, and the New Day were out, and New Day had a drum.
Let me try to run you through the progression here. So they introduce Elias.
Yeah.
And he says that...
Hello, my name is Elias.
Yeah. He talks about... He's real good friends with Bruce Springsteen.
Okay.
Who's from New Jersey.
Yeah.
And how they have a lot in common. You know, they both like to play the guitar. They both, they're both excellent musicians. They both don't like New Jersey. Because he's a close personal friend of Bruce, and Bruce told him that Bruce doesn't like New Jersey.
Yeah.
Right, so obvious boo.
Boo this man. Why are you booing me? I'm
So
right.
he does his silence cell phones and hold your applause, and then the crowd won't stop making noise. And he was like, "Well, if you're gonna do this, then I'm just gonna leave." You know, but and then he just because he told Bruce to watch, and so he said, "All right, so Bruce, this one's for you."
That's fucking genius.
And then he's like, "Well, if you guys aren't going to shut up, then I'm not going to play." And then he goes, "Actually, no, Bruce needs to hear this." So he sits back down, and then you know how they'll have two wrestlers trading blows, and you'll get the yay boo, yay boo. I've never seen that reaction for someone taking a step. Because he's standing there, he's got 1 foot planted, and he takes a step away from the stool, and there's yay, and takes a step back to the stool, boo, yay, boo, yay, boo.
That's amazing.
Crowd was very into this. The New Day comes out.
Yeah.
Xavier's got Francesca. Big E has a marching band drum,
Yeah.
and Kofi has some cymbals, and they want to jam with Elias.
Yeah.
Because
Who wants to
they want to
jam
make a
with the
co-branded band. and
This sounds fun.
and Elias is like, well, maybe someday you can open for Elias, but I'm trying to do a thing right here, and I'm a solo act. And so they start doing the like New Day rocks, like except Big E's wailing on the drum, Kofi singing the cymbals. Then Elias shouts them down, and Xavier and Big E stop, and Kofi just keeps wailing on the cymbals. And he's like, all right, stop. Hey, Kofi, hey! And Kofi's like, what? Oh, all right, sorry. So he says, all right, let's take it from the top again.
Yeah.
This was beautifully timed. He's like, okay, let's take it from the top. Turn the lights down again. JoJo, come on. So they take all the lights down, and then JoJo again, like the beginning, she's the ring announcer, goes, ladies and gentlemen, here is Elias. And then the lights come up, and before Elias can do anything, you hear, the timing was perfect. And Aiden English walks out, right? And he reminds everyone that today is Rusev Day, and says that Elias is he refers to Elias as a bootleg Bob Dylan. He's like, so pardon me, bootleg Bob Dylan and the Booty Boys. But then he introduces Rusev, who comes out, and then Elias gets very huffy, and then is like, okay, here we go. I'm going to do my thing now. So all of you shut up. And then starts to play the guitar, and then No Way Jose's music hits for no discernible reason. And No Way Jose, for some reason, Titus Worldwide and Breezango are just like with No Way Jose's group of
Who needs an entourage?
random dancers,
Yeah.
and they all come down to the ring and dance around, and then they're just like dancing around the ring, and Elias eventually shuts everyone down and is like, okay, we're starting this again.
Yeah.
And before anything else can happen, this was very strange. You know, who, Adam,
Yeah.
who on the roster has the ability to teleport?
Teleport?
You know, like Undertaker does. The lights go down, lights come up. Undertaker's in the ring.
Bray Wyatt.
Yeah, yeah,
Matt Hardy.
yeah. Which is why I was surprised when Elias tries to restart the concert again, and before he can do anything, just the one hit of glorious hits, and suddenly Bobby Roode is in the ring. Out of nowhere. He's just in the ring. He did not come down with No Way Jose's entourage, unless he was very well disguised. He's just in the ring, in his robe, hits the glorious DDT, and then like hypes the crowd up and goes, glorious, and then everyone No Way Jose's their way out of the
No Way Jose is the
out of the arena.
When I got back, they were all like just about to leave. So I missed like the Bobby Roode teleporting.
Okay, it was really weird. I was like, where the hell did he come from?
Yeah.
Back on track to the pay-per-view. Our next match
Yep.
is Daniel Bryan versus Big Cass.
Boo.
He's 7 foot tall, and you can't teach that, but they don't say that anymore.
He also has the look and the theme music for a generic created wrestler in WWE 2K18.
I'm going to make him really tall.
Yeah.
And a little doughy. It's
And real tanned and oily.
really tan. He was soaking wet when he came out.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. Big Cass got injured, and that sucked for him.
Yeah.
And he literally got cleared the same week as Daniel Bryan got cleared. Yeah. So they used that as the storyline. Basically, Big Cass returned on SmackDown, attacked Daniel Bryan, and was like, I got cleared. It wasn't actually the same day, but he said it was the same day. He's like, I got cleared to wrestle the same day as you got cleared to wrestle, and no one gave a shit about me. He didn't say that, obviously. And so I got thrown out there in your shadow, and now I'm mad at you. So I'm going to make an example of you, Daniel Bryan, you little person. I'm big. Did you notice that during this match, there was a conflicting chant from the people of New Jersey?
Oh.
Of, we want Enzo. No, we don't.
No, we fucking don't.
Yeah.
We do not want Enzo.
Yeah.
Whoever's chanting we want Enzo, you're an idiot.
Enzo's breaking news as of today.
Oh, really?
Enzo's attorney released a statement that there are no charges being filed due to insufficient evidence. And they claim that Enzo only found out that even though he was being investigated since October, that he only found out January 22nd.
That he was being investigated?
Which conflicts with the reason for him being fired, as him not having told WWE that he'd been under investigation for several months. So who knows? By all accounts, he was still kind of an asshole.
Yeah.
But I guess more on that as it develops.
I guess. I don't know.
Or not. Maybe no more on that as it
Can
develops.
we just go back to how sweet it is that seeing Daniel Bryan walk to a ring in 2018?
Oh my God, it's amazing.
It's so great.
It's so good against this big, oily boy. Did you notice the camera, as Big Cass is walking to the ring, the camera goes low,
make him look
Big Show style, to make him look tall, but slightly to the side, so that he doesn't obscure the C in the Titantron, so it doesn't say big ass again.
They did it though,
because they did that.
Did it again.
Well,
they did it again.
Not at this.
Not at this pay-per-view.
No, that's they moved it slightly to the side, so it didn't do that.
Big ass.
Because previously, I'm sure you can find a picture of it. It's he was walking to the ring and it just said big ass.
God damn it, he's covering up the C again.
Wasn't there one for Great Balls of Fire that it was angled such that it said eat balls?
I don't remember that one.
Just knock off the GR, and it was just eat balls.
Oh, I never saw that one. That's pretty good, though.
I think that was a good one, yeah.
Eat balls. Chomper, sick balls.
So yeah, how...
I thought...
Let's do your meta level, right? You're like, okay, from a meta perspective, I know that Seth has to win the Intercontinental title because otherwise it'll go to SmackDown. Well, not really, but you're just
The Miz will stay, but everyone knows that everyone want to see The Miz versus Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
Which is why they moved The Miz. And they had a storyline reason. They didn't just move The Miz. Kurt Angle specifically said, like, hey, Daniel Bryan requested, as his last day as a GM, requested that you get traded to SmackDown, which is fucking genius.
I love it.
But...
So
anyway.
how do you expect this match to go?
I thought Big Cass was winning this match. I thought it was going to be a quick little squash.
Wouldn't that have been hilarious?
Yeah.
Because this is Daniel Bryan's first singles match back. He had the tag match at Mania with Shane versus
But there was
Owens
also a
and
part of
Zayn.
me that...
And he did like 70 minutes in the Greatest Rumble.
That's the thing. I was like, maybe... Well, because they seem to be... booking him strong because I mean, like, he wins his comeback match, which is fine. I still feel that Owens and Zayn should have won it, but hey, that's just me. I mean, that's the story they're trying to tell. And then in the Royal Rumble, they go over about how he lasted an hour and 30 minutes, and he set a new record and everything else. And then Big Cass eliminates him, obviously, because they're feuding with each other.
Yeah. So Daniel Bryan doesn't need heavy air quotes to win this match because he's Daniel Bryan. He's proven himself.
Yeah.
But it's his first singles match back, and it might look stupid if he doesn't win. Mm-hmm. Conversely, Big Cass, this is his first match. Did he have a match on SmackDown leading up to this?
I don't think so.
This is certainly his first pay-per-view match in a very long time.
He attacked Daniel Bryan a few times.
And a win, especially a win over Daniel Bryan, would help Big Cass immensely in terms of
Vince likes big boys.
Yeah, in terms of looking like a credible threat.
Yeah.
And a loss isn't necessarily as bad because if he loses, he's losing to Daniel Bryan, who is a very good wrestler.
He's a former world champion.
But it might hurt Cass's momentum.
Yeah.
So going into this, people were like, I don't know which way this is going.
I thought Cass was winning. Spoiler alert, Daniel Bryan wins.
Yeah.
And he makes Cass tap out, which is, a lot of people would argue, is way worse than getting pinned.
Mm-hmm. I assumed that Cass...
I would rather die than tap out. You'd have to kill me.
Wow. Well, you also said you'd stop watching wrestling if Roman lost at the Greatest Rumble. So.
Yeah, I know, but I'm still watching. I say a lot of things, Graham.
So... I assumed that Cass was going to win through some sort of chicanery.
Yeah.
But I guess, like, is this feud over?
No.
Are they moving? No?
Because I think this feud's over now because last night on SmackDown, Daniel Bryan was in the ring, and he's like, I want to be the WWE champion again. And everyone's like, yeah, because they're in London.
Right.
London, England. Sorry, not London, Ontario.
Right.
But, sorry. I actually meant to bring it up earlier, but can the WWE please just go to Canada and London all the time?
Yeah.
Because the crowds are fucking awesome.
They're so
the
hype.
Canadian crowd was so awesome. In Montreal, oh my, they were so loud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And don't bring King to keep calling it Crazy World or something.
Yeah.
We're just fans. Anyway.
So last night on SmackDown, Daniel Bryan was in the ring getting an interview.
Right.
And then Big Cass interrupted. And I was like, you're not going to do anything. And Brie Bella wears the pants in the family.
Okay,
Can we stop using that insult, please?
Yeah, please.
Like, your wife wears the pants. You know what? Maybe she does.
Yeah.
And that's fine.
My wife has a pantsuit.
Yeah. There's no problem with that.
No, jumpsuit.
Please stop using it as a negative.
She's a jumpsuit.
Yeah. She's wearing it yesterday. She looked good.
Part of it's pants. It's an amazing jumpsuit, actually. Yeah.
Can we stop using that, please?
Yeah.
Can I beg everybody? Not even just WWE, but
Yeah.
can you just stop saying, like, oh, your female companion is the boss? It's like, that's fine. I'd be like, okay.
Sure.
If Big Cass said that to me, I'd be like, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool, man. But anyway,
We have a
Big
more
Cass,
equitable relationship. Yeah.
Big Cass says, insults Daniel Bryan, then Daniel Bryan kicks the piss out of Big Cass.
Wow.
Like, absolutely, like, dominates him.
Wow.
Yeah.
Huh. So what's Cass going to do now?
Don't know.
To the mid-card.
You've won a one-way trip to the lower mid-card.
Yeah. I mean, at least after the match, this match, a Backlash, after the match, Cass beats Daniel Bryan up.
Yeah.
So gets to save some face there, but...
Gotta get back his heat, brother.
Yeah.
But yeah, last night on SmackDown, Daniel Bryan kicked the ever-loving poop out of Big Cass. Like it wasn't even close. So I'm assuming it's going to be Daniel Bryan fighting for the title at SummerSlam because AJ Styles... Well, we'll get to it.
Okay. The next match is the SmackDown Women's Championship, Carmella versus Charlotte Flair.
They're doing this great thing with Carmella, the Melibrations that she's having on SmackDown like every week, celebrating her championship. It's pretty good.
So
Carmella's starting to grow on me.
Now, if you only follow wrestling via the medium of this very podcast, you might be thinking to yourself, now hang on. Because the last time we checked in with the women was at WrestleMania, and Charlotte retained against Asuka, and then the Greatest Rumble happened and no women were there.
Yeah.
So how is Carmella the champion now?
Yeah.
You may remember that Carmella was Ms. Money in the Bank and had the Money in the Bank briefcase.
You know what bothered me?
What?
When they were like, the video package, she won the first ever she won the second ever women's ladder match because after the first one, after the James Ellsworth debacle.
After chicanery, So Charlotte is there on SmackDown, basically taking a victory lap, going, I'm still the champ and I beat Asuka. And then a debut from NXT, the Iconics.
Yeah.
Spelled I-I-C-O-N-I-C.
What's with that in the Riot Squad? Got to put double letters and everything?
So formerly known as the Iconic Duo, and now just the Iconics.
Yeah.
Billy Kay and Peyton Royce. They come out and basically just sort of get in Charlotte's face and go, well, we're on SmackDown now, and you're on notice. And they attack her and beat her up.
It sounds, when you said it like that, Billy Kay and Peyton Royce, it sounds like when you make a wrestler and you just put two words together that, hey, well, my name's Peter, but Peyton works. Or like Peyton Royce.
Yeah.
They're delivered like on different octaves.
Yeah. So while Charlotte's in the ring looking worse for wear, Carmella runs out, dragging a referee behind her, and cashes in her Money in the Bank briefcase. And very quickly defeats an already extremely injured Charlotte to win, and is now the SmackDown Women's Champion. And will not let you forget it, which I love. Because her whole thing when she got the briefcase was she kept showing up and being like, I don't know, I might use it. I've got this briefcase. And so now she's like, hey, what's up? I'm the champion. I beat Charlotte. And she does not care that the Iconics beat the tar out of Charlotte first. She's just like, hey, what's up? I beat the queen.
She's 1-0 against Charlotte.
She's the crown princess of SmackDown.
Staten Island.
Well, no, because Charlotte's the queen.
Yeah, I know.
So she's calling herself the crown princess of SmackDown. She's the queen of Staten Island. Which I guess is great if you want to be in charge of Staten Island.
I've never been.
It's fine, honestly. So, very quickly, Carmella gets out of the ring, grabs the belt, and tries to leave, and is like, "I'm the champ. I don't need this." And technically, that's true because champion's advantage on a count out or disqualification, the champion retains. So there's a great bit of her trying to leave, and Charlotte just rounds the corner of the turnbuckle as Carmella's trying to leave. And I think the match was okay until Carmella got Charlotte in the headlock. Because then the match just stopped. Because when I was talking earlier, there was about the figure four. And Miz had Rollins in the figure four, and Rollins is screaming and flailing around and trying to get to the ropes, and then they flip over, and Miz is trying to get to the ropes. And, they're doing a very good job there of selling the pain on their leg. Whereas this is, you just get your arm around their neck and hold it there. So Carmella's just doing that and holding it, and she's not really struggling against Charlotte, and Charlotte's losing oxygen and so isn't moving. And so they're just sitting there for what felt like an eternity, just not moving or doing anything. And Carmella's occasionally yelling, right? Yelling right in Charlotte's ear, which must be awful. But, she's just screaming, I'm the champ, is this your queen? Oh, you're not such a good queen. She's doing smack talk, which is good, but nothing was happening.
The problem with a headlock like that in a match, too, is the problem's twofold. Because you have to either, to pull that off, which is what happened with Seth. I mean, the figure four is obviously a bigger move, quote unquote. But to do a headlock is a ballsy move because you either have to be a badass enough heel that everyone hates you and wants to boo you for putting the babyface in this situation, or a sympathetic enough babyface to be like, oh, we want this person to get out of this hold, which, sadly, neither of those women are. Charlotte's not a sympathetic underdog babyface.
No.
She's an ultra athlete.
She's a face, but she's dominant. So that's it just really kills. I mean, I'm not trying to directly compare those two submission moves. I'm just trying to compare
the
situations of having someone in a submission and the level of energy and intensity to the match, whereas it added intensity and elevated the Rollins-Miz match. This just stopped.
I mean, we'll talk about it in the main event too, but same thing happened. But
so Carmella eventually gets Charlotte also in the Code of Silence, which is still a crazy looking move.
I like it a lot. It's a sweet submission hold.
And Carmella manages to fight out, but in the end...
You mean Charlotte manages?
Charlotte manages to fight out.
Carmella fights out of her own submission hold.
Charlotte goes for a top rope moonsault, as she is wont to do. Carmella moves out of the way. Charlotte lands and tweaks her knee, and Carmella just dives for the knee and quickly rolls Charlotte up and wins. So it's
Charlotte with a clean win.
Stealing a victory.
It's pretty clean.
Air quotes. But your winner and still
she didn't cheat.
Carmella.
She didn't cheat.
No.
To win, she just won by being smarter. That's even worse.
And commentary was like Carmella has no chance.
Yeah.
Which was great.
Yeah.
Having Carmella be like, or having the commentary be like, well, now that they're in a, Carmella won because of Money in the Bank, but now that they're having a fair fight, Carmella's got no shot.
Mm-hmm.
And then having her retain was
Just outsmart her.
Yeah, it was good. Next, the WWE Championship no DQ match.
Yep.
AJ Styles defends against Shinsuke Nakamura. I have a question.
Yep.
Can you explain to me, in kayfabe, in storyline, why AJ Styles suggested this be a no DQ match?
Because he really wants to beat up Nakamura? And doesn't want to be interrupted by a countout?
But his reasoning was Shinsuke keeps trying all these low blows and dirty tricks, so let's let him do that.
Yeah. Doesn't make a lot of sense.
I don't understand why AJ Styles, why he would be the one to suggest a no DQ match.
Yeah.
I can imagine the GM or the commissioner being like, well, this is all messy, so fine, you're gonna have no DQ. I can imagine Shinsuke asking for it, though. Yeah. That'd be weird too, but less weird. I don't understand why AJ is like, well, he keeps doing things that should get a man disqualified, so we'll just let that happen.
Yeah, we'll put him in an advantageous position. Yeah, I guess I didn't really think about it. I was more just like along the lines of after AJ got all mad at him and wanted just to beat him up. Maybe he just wanted to beat him at his own game.
Yeah.
Because Nakamura just keeps cheating and stuff. So then now AJ is like, fine, you want to cheat? Then we'll just make everything legal and I'll still beat you because I'm the best in the world.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
It just felt weird that if I were AJ, I'd be like, I want more refs.
Yeah, I want multiple referees.
Because they've done that,
yeah.
Right? Be like, I want a ref, I want 3 refs out there to watch this guy to stop him from hitting me in the balls.
What match had 2 referees?
There was Shane and Daniel
No, but there was a different one last year.
Yeah.
Was it the tag team match? It was like Cesaro and Sheamus against somebody? That 2 referees?
I think so.
Against, Gallows and Anderson.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, the tag match. Yeah.
Anyway, you have a way better memory for this than I do.
Sometimes I do.
Every AJ Styles Nakamura match has been better than the WrestleMania one.
They're getting better. Give it time. I know the ending of this was kind of bullshit, but it made sense in the context of the story, right? Mm-hmm. This match was good. Nakamura is really coming into his own.
Oh boy.
As a heel.
Yeah. He's so good in this match.
Yeah.
My favorite is when someone's down and he just kicks him in the head.
Yeah.
He's just like, he's just like, you're nothing. Whoomp.
Yeah. Like the thing when he's kicking them through the ropes, he just keeps stomping on them.
Yeah.
Like that thing. That's pretty great. Yeah.
It's really good.
He still doesn't do things that like necessarily make you want to boo him, but we boo him anyway.
He's the bad guy.
Yeah.
The chair.
Oh, right.
So he brings a chair in.
Yeah.
And he catches AJ with it. Right? Yeah.
Well,
and sets up for the Kinshasa.
Yeah.
And so he's running at AJ, and AJ grabs the chair and swings it up, just launches it at Nakamura's knee. And so it hits Nakamura's knee, so it stops the Kinshasa, but it bounces back at AJ and clocks him in the face.
Yeah.
And cuts the side of his head open.
It's pretty bad.
And then AJ's just bleeding from the side of his head.
Yeah.
It's rough.
It is real bad. I mean, it looks sweet. I love that audible, whenever somebody gets color brother now in 2018.
Color brother.
Yeah. I love the audible gasp from the audience.
Yeah.
The like blood in 2018. Yeah, it's pretty great.
How many ball shots were there at the end of this match?
No, only a couple, right?
Yeah. So
who did it first?
The way the match ends.
Nakamura did it first, right?
Oh yeah.
And then AJ did it back.
Styles hits Nakamura with a Pele kick. Nakamura hits a low blow. Styles hits Nakamura with a low blow because he's like, all right, fine.
Right.
And they exchange shots back and forth, and then they both go for and connect.
This is pretty great.
They both go for and connect with a low blow.
Yeah.
So they low blow each other at the same time.
Yeah.
And then just roll around in the ring writhing and holding their nuts.
And
then the referee starts counting. Yeah. And my favorite part actually about this whole match is the referee standing in the middle of the ring doing the 10 count and then counts to 10 and just like slightly cocks his head as if to say like, I guess that's how we're ending this match.
It's great.
He's like 10, okay, ring the bell. You know, like, I can't believe we just
like it happened. Yeah,
I can't believe we got a double count. Like,
yeah.
The ref was saying in his head, I can't believe I'm about to call a double count out because they hit each other in the balls.
Yeah.
Ring the bell, and then goes over, and because neither guy stood up before the end of the 10 count, it's a double count out because of nut shots.
Yeah.
This is not my joke. This is a joke I stole from the internet. But the supposition is that they will next be facing one another in a balls count anywhere match because they have another match at Money in the Bank.
Yeah. Which they actually decided last night.
This was weird. They had a normal match.
Yeah.
On SmackDown, and the winner got to choose the stipulation for the Money in the Bank match.
Yes.
How'd that shake out?
They were having the match, and Nakamura pretended to be low blowed by AJ, like faked it.
Oh.
And then the ref was like, "What? What did you do?" And AJ's like, "I didn't do anything." And then Nakamura caught AJ in like the exploder suplex, and then Kinshasa'd him, and then won. So he hasn't named the stipulation yet.
That's awesome, though.
I wonder what's it gonna be. Testicles on a pole match. Maybe it's just a big boot on a pole, and then they have to get to the big boot, and then when they get the big boot, they can use like the Simpsons, like the one in the Simpsons.
Yeah.
Just a kick in the bum. And then they get the boot, and they can put it on, and they can kick them in the nuts as many times as they want. You heard it here first.
I like
You're welcome, WWE.
I like it. There's a tag match next.
Yeah.
And I don't know why. I must have completely missed the storyline for this.
Yeah.
It's Braun Strowman and Bobby Lashley
Yep.
versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
Well, the reason they had this match is because before the Greatest Royal... Sami Zayn's reason for missing the Greatest Royal Rumble in storyline was that he got vertigo from Bobby Lashley from a suplex.
Okay.
You know what the great thing about this feud is, though?
I don't think that's not what vertigo means, but sure.
But
okay.
last night, or on Raw this week, Sami Zayn got to cut a promo by himself in the ring.
Ooh.
Which was great.
That's encouraging.
That's not often that you see that, and that's encouraging because they're giving him time.
Mm-hmm.
And Sami Zayn shows an interview that Bobby Lashley did with Renee Young.
Yeah,
and his gripe with Bobby Lashley was he was wearing the same hat as Sami was. He's like, that's my hat. Everybody knows this is my hat.
Are they going to have a feud over flat caps?
I laughed, man. I thought
that
it was
interview,
hilarious.
that Lashley interview was really
I never watched it.
weird.
Yeah?
It was just awkward. It was like, where is this going? Why are we seeing this?
And also, Sami Zayn helped Kevin Owens qualify for Money in the Bank.
Okay.
After Haluva kicking Bobby Lashley.
So it's a tag match, and one member of one tag team is former ECW champion and former world champion in a promotion we don't talk about, Bobby Lashley, and former tag team champions Braun Strowman.
Yeah.
A man who has already won a tag team championship match by himself.
Yeah.
So who do you think is going to win this match?
It's not the two Canadian boys.
It's the team of Braun Strowman.
But I mean, like, they were trying to tell a
And
story
also
with...
Bobby
I think this
Lashley.
was more just trying to tell a story with Sami and Kevin, even though, like, it didn't really go anywhere. Like, them fighting with each other, like, thought we'd be leading to another tease at a breakup, but it's just like... It was just them arguing with each other, but then all of a sudden, Sami's still helping Kevin qualify for Money in the Bank. Like,
Yeah, it's weird. It sort of played like Owens and Zayn could have won if they hadn't been bickering,
yeah,
but I don't believe they could have,
no, there's no way.
right? Not against Lashley and Strowman,
Strowman especially,
right?
Lashley, I could see it, but
Like, it's not
just
one
the
of
way
those,
they've.
Yeah, it's not one of those ones where it's like, oh, well, Owens and Zayn would absolutely win this if they could just get along and get on the same page.
Yeah.
It's like, it's not particularly close to start with, and then they start bickering. So that was odd.
Yeah,
And then, like you said, they're teasing strife in the land of Owens and Zayn, but Zayn's still helping Owens.
Yeah, it's just weird.
qualify.
I don't know, dude. Like, I mean, they've been teasing strife for like the last 6 months between them two. Like, that's just the part of their relationship. But it's just like, I don't see where this story's going. Like, that they're trying to tell with Sami and Kevin. I don't know if there's, and maybe they're not even trying to tell a story. It's just the way they interact with each other.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm kind of confused by it. I like it. It doesn't mean I don't like it because I think they're great together. and they're really funny. But I mean, they're not as funny as Jericho and Owens was. They're not that same kind of team, right?
Yeah.
Who are more like, hey, we'll just make fun of people. They're more just like, hey, we're going to complain about everything.
Yeah. Also, Lashley pinned Owens for the victory, and Sammy was the legal man.
Yeah, they complain about that on Raw.
So commentary was super confused. Yeah. So, well, last time that happened to Owens and Zayn, nothing happened.
And nothing happens this time either. So it's just like, it's like they have a legitimate grievance, and then, I mean, their complaining is legitimate.
Yeah.
Sometimes, most times. Mm-hmm. But it's just never paid off. So it's like, are they actually the heels here? I don't know. Or are they just heels because they're Canadian?
So now, 3 hours
WWE.
Into the match, or into the pay-per-view, it's
Yep.
time for your main event.
Yep. Pool boy.
The Samoans Joe.
Yep. There's a lot to...
Who will be the real Joe of Samoan descent? Will it be Samoa Joe? Or Joeman Reigns?
Joeman Reigns.
Joe. His real name is Joe.
Yeah.
Joe Anoy.
Annoy.
Yeah. Anyway, Roman Reigns versus Samoa Joe.
Got the annoy part, right?
Yeah. I can't believe that took me a second. So the setup for this match is that Samoa Joe's back, and he's a very angry man.
Yep. It's awesome.
If you recall, at the Greatest Rumble, during the Roman Reigns Brock Lesnar steel cage debacle, they cut to briefly Samoa Joe backstage watching on a screen.
Yeah.
Because this match had already been booked, and Joe was like, "So am I fighting Roman, or am I fighting Roman for the title?" Well, no, it's just Roman.
Yeah. And watching the monitor like a normal human. Too.
Yeah, what a refreshing concept.
Yeah. Not watching it like all weird and on a weird angle and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, Samoa Joe's thing was like, Roman, you keep failing and you keep getting these opportunities and it's bullshit. So now I'm going to teach you a lesson. And Joe gets his chance to teach a lesson. And he talks all this trash and then he lost. Makes me mad.
How many F5s did Roman kick out?
5. I mean, like, Joe's so great.
Yeah.
Like, Joe is a legitimate star, but he just keeps losing. He's lost all the time.
Yeah.
When was the last time Joe won a feud?
I don't know.
I want Joe to win a feud.
The Brock Lesnar match, when I was like, they beautifully set him up over the prior weeks to make him look like a credible threat who could actually beat Brock, and then nope.
Yeah. And then even using that just makes it even worse, because then they used Samoa Joe to make Brock Lesnar look stronger, and still trying to make Joe look stronger, but it doesn't at the same time, and then they just using all that Brock Lesnar aura, and then they just beat Roman Reigns again, who was supposed to be the chosen one. Like, it's just like, it's like a cascading effect, right?
Yeah.
It's like, man, it's just not interesting.
No. And it really soured a lot of people on the show as a whole. Because the show as a whole was not bad.
Yeah.
There were some very good matches. There were some matches that were not amazing.
The thing I don't understand about this fight was like, this match was, I mean, the rest holds were a bit much.
Yeah.
It was not an exciting match. And it was weird, like, for Joe to be, it started off so strong. Joe came in and, like, slammed Roman Reigns on the table and outside, and it was like, yeah, everyone's going crazy. And then it was just, like, headlocks for, like, 20 minutes.
And like I said, pay-per-views usually go 3 hours, and this main event started 5 minutes after the 3 hours, right? So this was already running late. So that probably was a factor, but people started to leave.
The crowd was trying to beat the traffic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, a problem, like what I brought up with Carmella and Charlotte, is like, Joe's a badass and he's a heel, but we love cheering for Joe. And we don't sympathize with Roman. A good majority of the audience doesn't sympathize with Roman. So it's like, all these rest holds aren't helping anything.
Yeah.
Right? They're just like, oh, it's just boring. I really like to know what they were trying to get across with this match. Like what their thought process was.
Yeah.
Because they talk about it and be like, okay, I want you to put Roman in a bunch of rest holds. And it's like, that's probably not what either of those men wanted to do. But weird. Very weird. I just would love to know. This is probably one of the questions I would ask the two Vinces.
Who's the other Vince?
I don't know. Just I said that one of them tells all his truth. And one of them
right.
lies.
Sorry, I forgot about that.
Yeah, sorry. I didn't mean to.
I got super confused. You made such a great reference that I completely was confused. I was like, well, there's Vince McMahon.
The two Vinces. Vince Russo.
Vince Davis. Oh, God, not Vince Russo. So, yeah, Roman
It's
Reigns
a
wins.
swerve, bro. Thanks, Vince. I mean, yeah, Roman Reigns wins with a spear, and it's just kind of like, eh. I thought Samoa Joe was winning this match. I was, because they were going to still try to tell the story where Roman just can't win the big one, right?
Yeah.
Or anything lately.
Yeah.
He's just going to keep losing until he gets his redemption story kind of thing.
Again.
I don't know what they're trying to do, Graham!
I don't know either. I legitimately am baffled as to what they are attempting to do with Roman Reigns.
Yeah. Poor Roman.
Yeah. It also doesn't help Roman that anytime someone asks him about it, he comes across like a real dick.
Yeah.
Like, he was asked about this, and he was like, well, I don't care if the fans boo as long as they're there.
Yeah.
Or no, that sounds too reasonable.
Yeah, that sounds reasonable. I was like, that sounds reasonable.
It was
right?
like, I don't care if the boo, I don't care if they boo. It was something like they're already in the building, or like they've already shown up, or something like that. It was,
Yeah.
it came across like, well, we've got your money.
Yeah.
Which is not necessarily how Reigns meant it.
Yeah.
But he always sounds petulant.
Yeah.
And yeah, like, yes, poor Roman. Like, it's not like poor Roman from the perspective of they're obviously paying him a lot and his merch sales are crazy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, not poor Roman in that regard, but poor Roman that they've been mishandling him left and right, and he's having to shoulder all of this. And he's a fine worker.
Yeah.
But he's not. I was going to say he's not what they're trying to make him be, but I
wanna know what they're
legitimately
trying
don't
to
know
do.
what they're trying to make
Yeah,
him
I don't even know what they're trying to do with him anymore. Because before it was like, here's Roman Reigns, he's our savior, he's going to save us from Brock Lesnar. That was the thing. The hardworking, blue-collar Roman Reigns was going to come in, who respects the business and loves wrestling, and just wants to represent the WWE, is going to save us from part-timer, only doing it for the money, Brock Lesnar.
And that was Backlash.
Sure was. Feel bad for Joe, too. Because I want Joe to just... I mean, Joe's on SmackDown now, so it doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
I guess that's why they probably made Joe lose. I don't know, dude. Or would Joe lose the way...
They're probably like, well, it doesn't matter because he's not even going to be feuding with Roman. So yeah, so now on SmackDown, you've got AJ, Nakamura. They're the only ones actually in the title picture at the moment. But
I mean, they talk about it with other people.
Presumably Joe and Daniel Bryan will be
in the Miz.
In the mix. I hope so.
I'm assuming by the end of the year, Daniel Bryan wins the title and feuds with the Miz, probably.
WrestleMania.
Yeah, that would be very good. Mm-hmm. Miz winning at WrestleMania?
Yeah. Over Daniel Bryan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be great.
My boy.
Monster heat.
That would be great. Anyway, that was pretty straightforward.
Yeah, that was pretty easy, actually.
Because that was, Backlash.
Sure was a show.
The next event is Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to that because I'm not entirely sure how they're doing it this year. It's co-branded again.
It's co-branded, and they've been doing qualifying matches where people from both brands...
So is there one match for each brand?
One match for each men and women. So like half is Raw and half is SmackDown.
Okay, and so if you win, you challenge for your brand?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or any, I don't know if they haven't specifically stated. You can
that could be
swap
interesting.
if you want.
Interesting, cool. So anyway, yeah.
Right, as of this show, the qualifiers are Braun Strowman, Fiddlesticks, Miz, Kevin Owens, Rusev beat Daniel Bryan.
Really?
Yeah, clean.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Because
it might be Rusev's time.
I mean, that would be...
Rusev with the briefcase?
That'd be amazing. Here we go. Bobby Roode, Braun Strowman, Finn Balor, Kevin Owens, Rusev, The Miz, Big E, or Kofi Kingston or Xavier Woods.
Yeah.
And Big Cass or Samoa Joe.
Yeah. Because the New Day beat The Bar in a tag team match, and the winner got to send one member of their team to Money in the Bank.
Okay.
I'm assuming the New Day is going to send Big E, but...
I know that...
Or Xavier.
I know that the New Day wants Kofi to win a world title. But, like... out of character, they want Kofi to win a world title.
That'd be sick. Yeah.
But I assume they're going to do Big E. And then the women's match currently is Alexa Bliss, Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair, Ember Moon, Billie Kay, or Lana, and 3 others.
Yeah.
Cool.
And Carmella's defending
defending against Asuka?
Yeah. Last night on SmackDown, they announced it. because Carmella was doing like a Mellebration in London. She had like a guy, like a town crier come out.
Wow.
It was pretty good.
That's awesome. So, that's going to do it for this episode. A reminder that you can always hit us up on Twitter. I'm at Graham_LRR.
Yes, and I am at Wake Up Super.
And our fine editor Ben is at Ben H. Ulmer. And as always, everything we do is brought to you by you and your kind support, either by subbing on our Twitch channel or at our Patreon at patreon.com/LoadingReadyRun.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Lets us do all the things we do.
Yes, it does. It's very nice. Yeah.
So that is going to do it, and we will talk to you next time.
Okay, bye.
Bye.